This is part 3 of the Pacific, Death Valley National Park. A brutally beautiful landscape of extremes, Death Valley, which is near the California-Nevada border southwest of Las Vegas, holds the record for the highest temperature ever recorded in the Western Hemisphere, 134 degrees Fahrenheit. Average annual rainfall here is less than 2 inches, which makes Death Valley the driest spot on the continent. It also contains the lowest point in the Western Hemisphere near Badwater, where the surface is 282 feet below sea level. But the park ventures to other extremes as well. Telescope Peak is 11,049 feet above sea level and gets plenty of snow in wintertime. At 3.3 million acres, Death Valley is the largest U.S. national park outside Alaska. The vast and varied landscape includes seemingly endless salt and alkaline flats, swaths of ever-shifting sand dunes, and colorful rock cliffs and ridges. There's a picture of Death Valley. Hearst Castle. Over the course of nearly 3 decades, newspaper baron William Randolph Hearst built this luxurious and legendary home on the 250,000-acre San Simon, California ranch he inherited in 1919, an opulent example of Mediterranean revival architecture. The estate's prime attraction is Casa Grande, the 60,645 square-foot main house. Its more than 100 rooms are the setting for Hearst's priceless collection of European art and antiques. The estate includes a trio of luxurious guest abodes and some of the most magnificent swimming pools in all of California, including the stunning marble Neptune Pool. Today, Hearst Castle is a tourist attraction. The Hearst Corporation donated it to the state in 1957. It remains a tribute to wealth and power beyond almost anybody's wildest dreams. There's a picture of Hearst Castle. La Brea Tar Pits. Rancho La Brea is the heart of urban Los Angeles, so it's hard to imagine that millions of years ago it was submerged in the ocean teeming with sea life. When the Pacific Ocean receded about 100,000 years ago, sediments sheathed the area and fossil fuels formed below the surface. About 40,000 years ago, oil began to seep through the labyrinth of fissures and permeable rock, creating what are now known as the La Brea Tar Pits. Back then, dire wolves, saber-toothed tigers, mastodons, mammoths, and giant sloths roamed the area. The oily tar pits captured and trapped many animals one by one. These animals' unfortunate fate translates into an exceptional fossil record preserved in the pits. Archaeologists have unearthed an entire prehistoric ecosystem here, from plants and insects to camel and bison. There's a picture of what one of the animals would have experienced. Hollywood. Hollywood is not just a place. In certain contexts, Hollywood is shorthand for America's film industry. In others, it's the destination for every inspiring actor, director, or screenwriter. It's also the setting for so many legends and rumors it's hard to keep them straight. Regardless, Hollywood is amazing. The rolling Hollywood Hills, clad in a lush layer of greenery, cradle neighborhoods of all kinds and feature a one-of-a-kind American icon, the Hollywood sign. Down below on Hollywood Boulevard, the sidewalk sports 2,000 terrazzo and brass stars that immortalize giants of the entertainment industry. The street is a colorful spot for people watching and is the address of Grauman's Chinese Theater, perhaps the most famous cinema in the world. This is a place I have to go to. I want to go to Hollywood so bad. San Diego Zoo. From the tiny shrew to the mighty elephant, the San Diego Zoo offers visitors some of the world's most exceptional animals. One of the finest zoos on the continent, it is home to more than 3,800 creatures representing 800 species. The Lost Forest allows you to visit a number of primates, including bonobos, gorillas, orangutans, as well as hippos, okapis, and more. You'll even travel through a bog garden and see carnivorous plants along its pathways. Along the Tiger Trail, a simulated Asian rainforest contains mist-shrouded trails that wind down a canyon where tigers, tapirs, and other creatures wander among exotic trees and plants. In Panda Canyon, you can see some of the most popular animals, giant pandas as well as red pandas. Several play areas are located throughout the zoo. The polar play area allows children to investigate a polar bear den, while they can dig for fossils at the elephant play yard. Nearby, the San Diego Zoo Safari Park offers visitors a chance to see many endangered species in open-range enclosures. Here's a picture of a rhino. And the little camera is over there.